Welcome to episode 9. This one's called Mind Your Language, Why the Words You Use Are So Important. Do you know the impact that the language you use has on your well-being and your growth? Most of us spend all our waking hours either talking to ourselves or to others, scattering words around like they're a limitless currency. It's true that it doesn't cost a penny to use 200 words when 10 will do, but the price isn't calculated by bulk. Instead, the true cost of language is paid by your self-esteem, with all the negative words depleting your savings, while the positive ones are an investment in building them up. Banish the bad words. So let's imagine that you spend a lot of your time talking about how you can't or won't do things, or how you try but always fail, and that you do something differently, but it's just the way you are. These are classic negative words that construct part of the limiting beliefs that stifle your personal development. In coaching sessions, I work with clients to understand the genesis of this negative thinking and how to overcome it. Once we identify the problem, dismantle it, and replace that bad language habit with a positive one, the impact is significant. So if you spend a lot of time convincing yourself that you can't or won't do things, you'll know that it's incredibly difficult to move past those beliefs. What's sad is that the things that hold back people with great potential can be constructs of their minds and a complete fallacy. Imagine being able to throw out all those statements and then changing that narrative. What would that mean to you? It's time to banish the bad language and do something different instead. Embracing positivity. If you were completely honest, how often do you make a negative statement to excuse yourself from moving out of your comfort zone? Just think about that for a minute. Don't worry, we're all guilty of this. We use these facts that we make up to get out of doing things because we are resigned to what will happen if we give it a go. Written in black and white, you can see what a ridiculous approach this is, particularly if removing the fact about yourself could have helped you improve your well-being or performance. So it's time to embrace positivity. First things first, we need to banish the word try. As an incredibly wise Jedi once said,
"Do or do not, there is no try."
If we can't trust Master Yoda, who can we trust? Stop trying to do things and just do them. To do something is to approach it with purpose and confidence. Just adjusting your language will have an impact on your positivity. Next, it's time to wave goodbye to can't and won't, and any other words that fall into their miserable little club. Stop using those words and start thinking about how you can be more positive. Start using words like I can and I will. Be positive. What can you do? What would you love to do? Not only will this help you to build your self-esteem, it'll also help instill confidence in you and in the people around you. You'll be amazed by the opportunities this creates to grow and improve. Now, straight talking. Think about that for a moment and what it means for you. These may seem like small tweaks, but I promise the results are anything but minuscule. By creating the habit of positive self-talk, you'll feel better and present yourself more confidently to the world. Most importantly, it's a chance for you to call yourself out on the nonsense you've assembled over the years that holds you back. I've worked with so many clients who found that by making positive language a consistent habit, they can overcome barriers and move forward. Now, I'm not saying it will be easy. What I am saying is if you start thinking about it, you'll probably catch yourself doing it almost every minute of the day when you're speaking. But I'm going to allow that word try to creep in for a short while. Give yourself some slack. If you're going to aim to ban these words, the important thing is noticing yourself using them. And be okay with that, because you're listening to that failure we referred to on other podcasts, which is really feedback. You'll notice how often you're doing it, you'll become much more conscious of it, and you'll almost be angry with yourself for using these negative words. Feed on that, look to replace them with more positive language, and just see where it takes you. So as always, I hope you found this podcast valuable. The most important thing to me is to know that you found it useful. So by all means, get in touch via email or give me a call. Or if you think you know anybody else who might benefit from rethinking their language, then by all means, recommend this podcast to them. Thanks for listening. So remember, I'm not here to tell you anything. I am here to change your thinking. In the next episode, episode 10, I'm going to talk you through the 5 personal development books that I recommend everybody needs to read. I've read a good number of books now, but there's only a very small number that I would recommend everybody else to read. If you're an avid reader of personal development books, then check these out to make sure you've not missed a classic. And if you're dubious about the power of a good book, then these are the 5 books that will change your mind.